So it's been a while since I've updated this tank. This is a 55 gallon that I did a custom background for. It's made out of fiberglass and spray foam, waterproof, UV proof, all the fun stuff, and it has PVC pipes. It's running a bunch of different stuff on it, but now it's starting to grow stuff and it's looking real nice and clear. And so yeah, I just wanted to let you guys check it out. This is an update to it. I have other videos that shows all the inner workings and all the parts that are on here, but just kind of wanted to display some of the fish. It's starting to turn out pretty nice. I need to get more in there, but for right now, this is what I got. I got a flame angel. I got the yellowhead sleeper. I got the blue tang, obviously, and I have a fox face, 2 clowns, and there is 3 chromas in here, and they pal up with the blue hippo, but most of the time I hide back in this water. But there is 3 of them. And the other one actually likes to hide right in that little crevice right there. And as you can see, okay, go away from me. Yeah, I'll pick on the yellowhead. I have a lot of nice coralline growing all over the tank, in the back of the tank too. I know it's hard to see. And then I also have 2 cleaners, and there's 5 peppermints in here, I think. 5 or 6, I don't know. There's 1. And another one right down there. I'm not really sure the poundage of live rock that I'm using. But this is the artificial live rock, the man-made stuff. All of it is. I have a pretty thick sand bed. It's all pink Fiji, and then my daughter wanted the colorful rocks, so I threw in a couple bags of those. But yeah, it's looking really good. You can see the coralline starting to take off really good on this power head. If it will focus, there we go. Then you can see it on the back there. Okay, through all the other coralline. I need to scrape some of this off, but. And then I got, there's a couple emeralds in here, and they do really well. They're smaller emeralds. And then, of course, I have my giant hermit crab, and then I have this other little guy. I had a bigger one. He was actually in that shell. But he actually got wedged in between the rocks. And I did not notice, and he perished, sadly. But that's the only loss that I've had in this whole tank since it's cycled. I've had people say that it's fiberglass is going to leach and yada yada yada, but like I said, it's been going. It's up to, oh my, 200 and some days old now. I keep track of it through an app on my phone and keep parameters and everything, but it's like 200 and some odd days old now. It does run, got an automatic feeder. These are just some marine land hidden LED lights. I plan on getting a nice light bar for the top, but I really haven't sunk much into it because the fish don't really need a whole bunch of light, and it works fine for the shrimp. So as you can see, it's all hard plumbed. Overflow, and then it's got a ratchet of systems back here, auto top off. There is a speaking of that, no, yeah, there's a reactor. I have two canister filters with UV sterilizers. There is no mechanical filtration. It is all biofiltration. I Well, I wish I would have brought a flashlight. But all this is stacked with. This is that's all sea chem and some ceramics and bio balls in here, and then ceramics down at the bottom. And the canister is nothing but ceramics. So there's no soft filtration or anything like that. Yeah, it has a protein skimmer. I have an electrical box that I crafted myself. It controls all the DC power. It actually runs from one box, about hand size. It controls my lights, my power head, my auto top off, some fans. It controls a whole bunch of stuff. And let's see here. That's the auto top off. Yes, it is just a bucket. And then here is a CO2 scrubber for the protein skimmer. Keeps the pH up. And then I have, this is literally a canister filter. I don't have it running right now because it got a little too cold. But it's actually a chiller. Runs into a fridge. There's a whole bunch of hoses in there. It's nice for storing frozen food in too for them. And I really like that. I like to keep my brine shrimp and reef and everything in that freezer section of that little mini fridge. And I bought that fridge brand new on sale. It was like $50. Drilled some holes in it. Works great as a chiller. So that's kind of neat. But most of this, like I said, it's all handcrafted. And there's some mushroom polyps in here too. One right there. And one right there. And I didn't get those. They were actually from another tank. And I transferred them over. They're from my dad's tank, and I think they may have been in the bag a little too long. So the ones kind of stayed white. But they're still alive. So it was kind of got along with a live rock that I stole. So, but what you guys just check it out. Tell me what you think. All the parameters for this tank are 0, except for, of course, sorry, I got distracted by the hippo tank. Yeah, everything's 0 except for the nitrate, which is, obviously fluctuates. But I'm hoping some of that sea chem that I just put in there about 3 days ago will help with that and stabilize it out. pH in this tank is amazing and very stable. Pretty much throughout the day, at around 8.2, 8.4, somewhere right in through there. I think that has a lot to do with the CO2 scrubber that I made. And I don't have to change. This stuff was changed out like about 2 weeks ago, and it's just barely got any kind of purple in it. So that's kind of nice. Luckily I have low CO2 in the house, I guess, but it did bump the pH up a little higher. And this is late at night, a little later-ish. It's kind of close to their bedtime. So I doubt those green chromas will come out, but I'll show you the clarity of it through the blob of apparently some stuff on the inner part of the glass, but